Hey there, Cancer. It's me here, Krystal Clear. Happy to deliver to you your reading for August 2024. I'm going to start by pulling two cards for the overall energy, the energy coming into the month and going out, and then we'll pull some tarot cards for the weeks, and then a few more oracle for Spirit's advice. So first and foremost, taking a look at the energy coming into the month, we've got watching the clouds. Sit back, rest, relax, and as we leave the month, we've got ready to break trail. A breakthrough is at hand. Okay, so August is that month where there's some finishing touches needed, and it feels like it's mostly out of your hands, or that there's like a perspective shift or something that you will see that will give you that motivation so that by the end of August, you are ready to make some changes, or that maybe you already have and you've already started that process. When I see watching clouds and I think about the shapes of clouds and things like that, everything is up to interpretation, and it's about the perspective. If where someone is standing will determine what shape they see in the cloud, and if you're not standing from a similar perspective, you might not see it in that same way. So I feel like for those Cancerians watching, this has a lot to do with your perspective, and there's something that shifts here at the beginning of the month, or there's a shift that happens that allows for you to go like inspired forward, like inspired movement forward. It feels first and foremost for those of you either who are entrepreneurs or something to do with the work that you do, because I can see breaking trail. It is work in this image for sure. I don't see a lot of other people around. So it's an internal, it's likely something internal. So your personal work or your professional work and how it means to you, and like the work that you're doing, seeing from a new perspective, which inspires you to be more successful, but to also make some changes. So it feels first and foremost related to work, especially if you are an entrepreneur. Like figuring out your why, your intention for the work that you do, and how it is important, and also your role there, and how it is, and how your role is changing with work. For some of you, this could be with a family dynamic, and you might be having your own thoughts or your own opinions that may not align with like your family's opinion or what they thought for you. So for some of you, it's in that area of family and redefining really what your personal breakthroughs are, what your personal beliefs are, and standing in your truth, discovering your truth and standing within it. So those are the first two. This is general reading here, but those are the first two that are really popping out as to what this specifically relates to work, especially if you're an entrepreneur, family dynamics next. So let's pull 4 cards for the weeks here in August. So some more for family and for work. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, here, getting specific. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. I suppose this does have a lot to do with work, huh? And finally, decisions with the 7 of Emotions, or the 7 of Cups. So yeah, I mean, for sure has to do with, I want to say first and foremost, work. Lots of pentacles here. And the Queen of Pentacles is all about bringing like materialistic success, but being grounded within it, seeing things from a perspective that you can really stand by. Like it becomes very clear to you that you hold this value, this belief. It is deeply true to you, and you stand by it here in August. It's important to you. This work is significant. And I feel like you just come into this place of, well, it says remembering my divinity. So remembering that this is who you are, but that you grow the most by standing within it. Like, this is who I am. This is my decision. This is my work that I do. This is why. And the stronger you are in standing in that, the more success comes your way, the more connection. So 7 of Pentacles, the more like resources come in. So by the second week, I feel like there are either people on your team, like in your world or around you, that want to also work in alignment with the work that you're doing, or that there's good practice. You get a good review, or you have a client like give you an opportunity to give you feedback on maybe a new program or something like that. But this is really just working with other people, and they're invested in your success. They're invested in your idea, and they're sitting there watching the clouds with you. They can see the dinosaur in the clouds also. This is not for the people who do not see the dinosaur in the clouds with you, or whatever it is, right? Like, you see, the people see it from your perspective. They can also see why this is important and why this matters, and this matters to them as well. And so I do feel like as you continue to trust and take your action forward in this identity, and especially with this work, you start to connect with people who are also in alignment with that. And so by the third week, we've got an 8 of Pentacles. So again, this is just being diligent, pushing through it. At the beginning of the month, to have like this, kind of relaxed energy, and then by the end of the month, you're breaking trail. This does show how diligent, one of the words on there, if you can see, is diligent. How diligent you work, how consistently your effort is. I don't think you give yourself enough credit, so let me take a moment here to remind you to give yourself credit. You don't have to figure it out. You do not have to. You don't have to figure it out. You don't got to shift your perspective. You don't have to do any of these things. Many people go through their life not doing it, but that's not who you are. You, watching this video, are remembering your divinity, who you are, the work that you do, why it's important, the journey that you've been on to teach you these perspectives. It's different, and your voice deserves to be heard. And I hope you know that you can speak up and use it. Be disciplined. Put yourself out there. It says with effort and patience, success is mine. It's like, you can't mess this up. Can't mess this up, Cancer. All right, and finally, 7 of Cups. This really is all about that choice. How you don't have to do it, right? I turn my dreams into reality. You can, but that takes work to do that. And not everybody will do it. But I feel like you are watching this message. Spirit is asking you not to give up, to hold on to hope. It is not just fantasy. You see here on the top is fantasy and indecision. The only difference between fantasy and indecision and creating a reality in alignment with your dreams is decision and the reality. So it's like, as you take your decisions and you are disciplined with them, which you have been, and you make choices that continue to move forward in alignment with your highest calling and your highest clouds, then your dreams do become reality. You do end up manifesting them, because that's what you're working towards, and you align with the right people. You get the right opportunities. So I feel like by the end of this month, when it comes to work, your business, your success, I feel like that it's a good month for you to launch either a new idea or to just step out and to really, sell it, to put yourself out there, to let yourself be seen, and that it is successful. But it's not going to be successful if you don't put it out there. It has to be out there in order to be successful. So let's see if some advice from Spirit as we go about this month of August. Cancer. Yeah, we've got rewild your life. Put it out there. You got something to share with the world. Maybe you've created something already, or maybe this is the month where the idea comes in and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to put this out right now. And it's like one of your fastest moving projects. With Rewild Your Life, Spirit is like, once you put it out there, it's going to grow. It's just going to expand, and you're going to connect with the right people to make this dream a reality. Things move very quickly, it seems, in August for finances, and in the most positive way. Let's see what we've got. So we have submerge. You're looking deep. Honestly, we look deeply when we're shifting our perspective to a higher perspective. It's kind of how the strongest tree that grows the tallest has the deepest roots. We have to look very deep past some of our insecurities, our places where we normally sabotage. And when we take that moment to pull back the perspective, to watch the clouds, to see a new perspective, it's like, oh, that's what needs to happen. That's what I need to do. And then you just go. It becomes almost easy. But you got to look deeply, rewild your life. And look, it is like the tree kind of, just growing in the roots. The deeper the roots, the taller the tree. And we've got burned sacred fire. Your passion, right? This is who you are. When it says my greatest comfort comes from remembering my divinity with that Queen of Pentacles, the very first card. That's your passion, your sacred fire. It's what is inside of you that burns, Cancer. And I feel like it's just awakening for you in August. So there's some good stuff brewing and coming. And it looks like a really good month for you, especially when it comes to finances and breaking through your financial patterns and finding your purpose in them. So I hope that this is helpful. I'm wishing you all the best blessings and love always. Take care.